On this episode of In the Fight, we follow the military as they help those hardest hit by Hurricane Sandy. We take a tour of one of Afghanistan's fastest growing cities. Special training helps keep Marines and sailors safe from hidden dangers. We go behind the scenes with an aircraft that has been in production for over 50 years. And a Marine takes care of Marines. Hurricane Sandy, the largest Atlantic hurricane on record, ravaged the Northeast this past October, causing billions of dollars in damage, destroying thousands of homes, leaving millions without electricity, and killing over 100 people. Near Coney Island, the National Guard was there to lend a hand, as Army Sergeant Elizabeth Gerhardt brings us this story.
In a beach town, usually bustling with tourists and locals, Coney Island, New York has been quiet since Hurricane Sandy. That's why Bravo Troop 2101 Cavalry, New York National Guard, out of Buffalo, New York, has been working in collaboration with EMS, FEMA, and the Department of Health to check on the residents of Coney Island. They have been assigned the daunting task to go door to door to check on the residents of this iconic city. So, building after building, hallway after hallway, knock after knock. These National Guard soldiers check on the residents.
So far, the people have they've welcomed us with open arms. They're happy we're here. They accept the food and water. Obviously, they really need it. Most of them. We give blankets, goodie bags, and things like that.
No matter what the challenge, these soldiers are up for the task.
It's been a great opportunity for us to come down and help out the people down here. I mean, there's a lot of people without heat, hot water, food. It really makes the soldiers feel good to get out there and be able to provide something for these people. It's not everything that they need, but we have the ability to help people within our state. That's what our job is as National Guard soldiers.
Reporting from Coney Island, New York, I'm Army Sergeant Elizabeth Gerhardt.
Hurricane Sandy displaced thousands of people, forcing many away from their homes and into shelters. Fortunately, these people were able to find some help and comfort from members of the New Jersey Air National Guard. Tech Sergeant Carl Clegg caught up with one of these airmen and brings us this story.
I remember seeing the footage of Katrina, and I remember thinking, like, I want to be that person. I want to be able to go and help these people. I wonder how do you sign up for something like that? To be here now and doing it and helping everyone out, I'm like, this is exactly what I wanted to do.
How are you feeling today?
It's kind of sad. A lot of these people don't have family that are available to help them. So, especially Virginia, she can't see. We'll go and check up on her, make sure she's clean or she's gone to the bathroom, and I've been helping her with getting in contact with her granddaughter, Nicole. Sometimes a few little taskings with translation, so I've been doing that, translating for them any information they need.
How are you, Benito?
I try to help out a lot on the other side where they need a lot of medical needs.
Do you guys have any wheelchairs?
Just basic stuff, because they're a little bit short on medical staff. And just checking up on the people, making sure they're drinking water.
I'll let the nurses know.
A lot of people on walkers and wheelchairs, helping them get around. Well, a lot of people see the uniform and right away they run to us, you know, they see that we're getting stuff done. And I just try to make it smooth and try to stay on the same page as everybody.
Right now I'm gonna go pick up my friend Pat.
Pat came in with us yesterday, I think it was, or 2 nights ago, I lost track of days. I'm not exactly sure why she came from the hospital, but she's on an oxygenator, has a nebulizer, she has breathing problems, and I just got on her good side.
I'll be back.
So since then, I'll check up on her every once in a while. Just now, I just brought her out to get some light. I mean, she's a really nice lady. She's been through a lot.
Jennifer is wonderful. She's a good girl. She really is. I ask her for something, she does her best to get it for me. And she does a lot for me.
I'm not exactly sure how long I'm gonna be here, but and I'm not just saying this, but I'm willing to stay for however long they need me, but I feel so much peace to be in this uniform.
New Jersey and New York took much of the brunt of Hurricane Sandy, leaving many of its residents in unlivable conditions. Senior Airman Renee Carberry was in the heart of Queens and files this report.
While the coastline still remains in disarray after Hurricane Sandy, military officials have mobilized personnel and equipment to try to restore residents to their homes, which is not an easy task.
The basements are full of water, anywhere from ankle to chest deep. What our pump guys are doing are removing the water so that they can repair the pipes and they can repair the electricity, but you can't do either of those until the water's gone.
These people are in chaos right now. Everything's underwater, and we're here doing what we need to do, and they just got a big relief out of it. Knowing that here in a few weeks, they can be in their homes, have electricity, no water to deal with.
These Marines just arrived on scene this morning, and most were surprised by what they saw.
Back home, I really thought everybody was overreacting, but as soon as I hit New York, it kind of set in. It's pretty bad up here.
And he's not the only one. Locals feel the same way.
Surreal, to be honest with you. I mean, second worst disaster after the towers. It was on the money when they said that. We were definitely not prepared, but we'll get by. We're a tough city.
Reporting for the Air Force Broadcasting Service, I'm Senior Airman Renee Carberry.
Hey, all this is Specialist Natick here at Fall Blackman. I'd like to wish happy holidays to my family back home and to my kids, Wyatt Cash and Aiden Reese. Daddy loves you. I'll be home soon.
My name is Major Michael Griffin. I'm assigned to Joint Task Force Guantanamo. I'd like to give a shout out to all of my friends and family in Greenfield, Indiana.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant J.G. Carol Nakasa from Kandahar, Afghanistan. I just want to wish my mom and dad, Larry and Pilar, Benny, and our beautiful children, Lorenzo and Molina Nave, a Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad, Maligayang Pasko, and Melikaliki Maka. I miss you and I love you guys.
Hi, my name is Corporal Margie Jones. I'm with the 539th Military Police Detachment serving in Bagram, Afghanistan. I'm here with my fiance, Sergeant Colin Dunleavy. Just like to make a shout out to my friends and family back in Cleveland, Ohio. Happy holidays and have a Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Coming up, we take a tour of one of Afghanistan's fastest growing cities. And we go behind the scenes with an aircraft that has been in production for over 50 years. Check out DivotsHub.net for the latest accurate and reliable information as In the Fight continues. Specific names of hurricanes are retired when what happens? The answer when we return.
With the new Military 24/7 app from Divots, you turn your favorite mobile device into a window to the front lines. Connect with your nation's finest men and women through our video and photography archives and stay up to date with news reported directly from service members. Quickly share information and breaking stories with friends via Facebook, Twitter, or email. News, photos, video. Your military 24/7.
Divots inaugurates a fast new service for troops overseas. Video greeting e-cards are sent like regular email. Each e-card contains your own personal written message. One e-card can be sent to as many recipients as you like. Quite a savings in cargo space when you realize that 150,000 letters that ordinarily fill 22 boxes will take up no box at all in digital form. On arrival, your e-card will express your holiday wishes to loved ones at home. Good news for servicemen and women overseas.
Specific names of hurricanes are retired when what happens? The answer is C, when the hurricane is particularly devastating. Kabul, Afghanistan's capital, is home to more than 5 million people and is one of the world's fastest growing cities. NATO Channel correspondent Jake Tutman and the current mayor of Kabul, Yunus Nawandish, recently took a tour of the city and brings us this story.
During the 1950s and 60s, it was among South Asia's most fashionable cities. With a cosmopolitan outlook, a rich culture, and a thriving infrastructure, it was modern and progressive and attracted tourists from far and wide. However, during the Civil War in the 90s, large parts were destroyed, and a city that had once had a colourful and hopeful future was reduced to rubble. Now, Kabul is a city in repair and regeneration, and one man, perhaps more than any other, is charged with bringing this once great city back to its former stature.
It's not so easy to build a destroyed city. The city was almost completely destroyed after the war in Afghanistan. After the Taliban regime, we had a big chance to improve the Kabul city, but there was not happening. No roads, no construction works, no greenery, no parks, no canals, nothing. But since 2.5 years, we started big activities in the city.
One of those activities was to address the roads, which had fallen into disrepair and were causing chaotic traffic jams and congestion all over the city. But despite introducing traffic measures, asphalting 300 kilometers of road and introducing LED and solar street lighting, congestion in Kabul remains a serious problem, with another 1,200 kilometers of road either under construction or in desperate need of repair. At 1,800 meters above sea level, Kabul is one of the world's most elevated capital cities. But while the mountains make for exquisite views, the altitude and rocky terrain make it hard for vegetation to flourish. Addressing the need for greenery and clean air is integral to the mayor's vision of a cleaner, greener future. But while some areas are reaping the benefit of newly planted trees, much of Kabul remains dusty and polluted, and it could take months or even years before the mayor's vision becomes a reality.
Kabul is one of very historical and old cities around the world. You can see the wall on the mountain. This is about more than 2,000 years old.
Restoring Kabul isn't simply about function. With a history that stretches back over 3,000 years, it is important to Afghans that Kabul maintains its identity as a traditional Afghan city. And by restoring old buildings and building new ones that are in keeping with Kabul's cultural identity and historical heritage, the mayor hopes to build a city that residents can be proud of.
The future of Kabul will be green city, clean city, nice and developed city, and I want to see the Kabul, the city of flowers.
This is Jake Tutman reporting from Kabul for the NATO Channel.
Improvised explosive devices, or IEDs, are the #1 killer of U.S. and coalition forces in Afghanistan. At Camp Leatherneck, Marines and sailors are taking an intense class in unexploded ordnance recognition, homemade explosives, threat detection, and ground sign awareness to better protect themselves. Marine Corporal Koshan Yi files this report.
So if this thing is laid in the deck and all I can see is the back end of it.
As they start their year-long deployment, Marines with Headquarters Company Regimental Combat Team 7 participate in counter-IED training aboard Camp Leatherneck, Afghanistan.
Counter-IED is basically a way to actually go out there and find these IEDs. That way we don't have to actually detonate them, or we can avoid them at all costs.
What do we have here?
We start off, we talk about